What's going on, people? I am Swerver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I am joined by Journey to Be Great and Illuminated Lenses today. Coco Love decided she was going to take a break, but it's cool because we're going to still give y'all that top quality today. On this podcast, our mission is to build better relationships within our community through using the power of conversation. And today's conversation is going to be about things that me and the team talked about where we feel if these things were changed or enhanced, it would make our community better. And so we're going to be talking about greetings, and we're going to be talking about Bonnet. So let's talk about what a greeting is. A greeting is a polite word or sign of welcome or recognition. So I'm going to talk to my team here real quick. And of course, if you're listening, you can join in the comments and just have side conversation, but just follow along with us. So to my team, do y'all feel like when we talk to each other or you meet someone or even just in passing that our community gives you a polite, a warm welcome most of the time?
No, I can't say most of the time, no.
Okay, what about you, E?
No. I mean, it's very inconsistent at best. I'll say that.
Okay, so I want to ask the listeners. I mean, do you guys even think of that when you're seeing people and you're out and about? Do you even think about going over and just greeting a person just for the hell of it, not because of something that they did? I mean, just greet them, because I know for myself, I always try to speak to people no matter what's going on. And because of my new job and what I have going on, I see and talk to a lot of people, and you guys would be surprised how much when you just walk up to a person and just say, hey, how are you doing? And how to change their day. It just changes everything about the whole situation. So I'll give y'all an example about a time where greeting someone actually started out as a negative and then it turned into a positive. So I remember being back in school and I was like, I think it was in 11th grade or something like that. And I met this guy. Well, I didn't actually meet him. We just going to school together. And for some reason, he just didn't like me. It wasn't no real reason. We didn't have any turmoil, no issues with each other. It's just, he just didn't like me. And so at first, so I was like, I ain't got no issue with this man. So I would just throw up the deuces when I would see him. And, he act like he didn't want to speak. So I said, man, fuck it. I ain't speaking either then. So after that point, we just didn't speak. And so one day we was in the gym. And like I said, I remember like it was yesterday. And we just so happened to be going up the same, how you go up the bleachers or whatever. And then somebody's coming down and you're going up. And we kind of brushed each other. And you know how it is, just be stupid. And then, it's like, so what's up? You know what I'm saying? And you just talking like that because you thinking, okay, well, is this the time to, at that point, buck or whatever, somebody, if you got some issues. So I ain't gonna go through all the story, you guys. But anyway, we said a few things, it was supposed to end up being a after school type situation, but we end up seeing each other in the
old fashioned out.
The old fashioned type situation. But we end up seeing each other like for real, like it was crazy. We ended up seeing each other get in the hallway, but we wasn't really nobody around. And I was like, man, what's the problem, bro? Like what's going on? What's the issue? And he was like, you tell me, blah 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 blah. And come to find out, like later on, we became like really close friends. We was playing basketball together and everything, but it all starts out with like how you greet a person. You know what I'm saying? Like how you just get an understanding. And it just makes a big difference. I mean, y'all kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was just gonna say, even I've noted like just a simple smile and hello, that can change some people's mood. A lot of times if I'm out and I'm walking in the direction of someone, I'll smile and speak. And, you got some people who try to make sure they don't make eye contact. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I'm right. I speak, just in passing to people. You got some people, that's very receptive. They'll smile, hey, hello, how you doing? And you got some people who are rude and won't say anything. And it's something else that I've been doing late. Well, I do it more now. But like if I'm out and I see a female who I think is pretty or I like her outfit or shoes or whatever, I'll compliment her. And I've seen how that can change like the demeanor of some of the females that I encounter. For instance, yesterday I went to Papa John's to get my son some pizza. And a young lady that came to the drive-thru, I thought she was very pretty. So when I gave her my card and she came back with my card and my pizza, I was like, I told her thank you. And I was like, by the way, you are so pretty. And she was like, oh, thank you, smiling, blah, blah, blah. But I was curious about this. So for men, like if y'all are out and I don't know if it may not be socially acceptable, I don't know, but I'm curious though. Like if y'all out and y'all see another man that may be nice looking or something, is that not that's not acceptable. I mean, what do you even think it? Like, he's a decent looking dude, or that's not even a okay. That wasn't enough. I was just wondering.
3 times. No. So no, the most he gonna get from me is a handshake. And this for y'all didn't know. This for y'all that didn't know, I was Googling to see what was the oldest greeting, and the handshake came up. It's according to newscience.com, the handshake is over 7 million years old. So it's the go-to, man. I ain't finna come up and hit you with, hey man, you looking kind of nice. Nah, my brother. I'm gonna hit you with D5 right here.
The best you might get is you looking clean today, bro. That's the best. That's about the best you gonna get.
Okay, so
what was that from? It was like, I ain't calling another man delicious. Oh.
Look, I want to share something else with you guys real quick. This comes from ediplomat.com. I just typed in, why do Americans greet everyone? Now, we know all Americans don't greet everyone, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. So it says, American greetings are generally quite informal. This is not intended to show lack of respect, but rather a manifestation of American belief that everyone is equal. So that's what they say, why they say Americans greet everyone. But of course, we know everyone doesn't. But just kind of for the sake of the conversation, I think most people would do more greeting if they felt comfortable. And that's the last part. I'm gonna kind of close with this right here, just in my part or whatever. I think if we practice more of like what Journey said, just walking up to someone. You don't have to have a reason to do it, but just walking up to someone and just giving them a compliment or telling them, hey, I hope you're having a great day for no reason, not because you want something or something like that, but just because we just want to create that type of positive environment. Because you can just imagine if you ran into 50 people every day. Now that's a lot of people, but just to say you did, and each one of them gave you a compliment, and it just kind of was a thing that we practice in our culture, just to always be positive as much as we can. And always give out, some type of compliment or some type of positive every day. So that means you would get 50 compliments and you would give out 50 compliments, and it just would create a good environment. What y'all think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, some people are very socially awkward, and it's easier said than done for them.
But you know what? The reason why they're socially awkward is because they're not thinking that it's going to be accepted. You know what I mean? Because think about it. Like, you're not used to, if somebody just walks up to you and says, hey, how you doing, man? Some nice shoes on, or where'd you get those from? Like, you're not expecting it. So you're going to think somebody else is going to think the same way you think. But I can tell you from experiences and just trying this myself, more people are more welcoming to it than you may believe. It's just so uncommon that it does kind of make it seem socially awkward. But you ever met somebody for the first time, and let's just say you had to speak to them. Well, yeah, I guess you had to. But like, okay, in orientation, like, you don't know that person, they still new to you. But once you start talking and breaking the ice, it's not so socially awkward no more, because now you realize, hey, we kind of here for the same reason. We can get along. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you become friends. But it just all starts with, you got to be positive no matter what the outcome is. Just always try to put that energy out there, because I've noticed for myself that every time I go and I make an attempt to put positive out there, even if you have one person that's like, oh, get the fuck away from me, something like that. Even if you got a person like that, I'm guaranteeing you, I'm gonna say 7 out of 10 people are not gonna do that.
Yeah, it comes back to you. It definitely does that. And I like to tell myself I try to be the change that I want to see.
Absolutely. I agree with that 1000%.
So speaking of changes, and I know this can be quite controversial, I still don't understand why, but it is. The bonnet. And as far as wearing those out in public. So for those of y'all who don't know what a bonnet is, it's basically a sleep cap. There's still a debate about who invented it. But I found on Google that it was invented by European women back in the mid 1800s. And it was invented to keep their heads warm at night. Fast forward to today, women use it to protect their hair. And a lot of them sleep in it. And of course, a lot of them wear it as part of their uniform. You see them out at Walmart or doctor's office, dentist's office. And do y'all remember when Monique got on social media talking about bonnets maybe a year or two ago?
Yes.
Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So, yeah, so it was
Wasn't there a
big
bonnet of salvation?
No, that was
not with her. There was somebody else.
No, yeah, that was Derek Jackson's wife.
Yeah.
But yeah, but anyway, and Monique, she was on social media talking about it, and she was just talking about our, as Black women, as our image. And, she just want to see us look more presentable and carry ourselves in a different light. And oh my goodness, like, they really dragged her about that. And when she came on social media, she did it with love. She wasn't like bashing anybody, but she was just saying, Black, beautiful women, carry ourselves a little bit better. But some people take it as, oh, you policing Black women. And basically, fighting for their right to wear their bonnet. And not too long ago, maybe back in May, there was another thing that went viral. It was a dentist office that posted a sign saying that she didn't want the people that she serviced to come in with their bonnets and house shoes and pajamas. Want them to come in looking presentable. And I also see this in schools too. Like, as far as when the parents checking in, no bonnets, house shoes, things like that. And again, on social media, they got pissed off and, was talking about what does that have to do with cleaning my teeth? But it's just
hold on. What you got to do with cleaning your teeth?
Right. If they come in with their bonnet on, how does that stop you from cleaning their teeth? So again, fighting for their right to look a hot mess. To me, why would you want to be out in public like that with your pajamas, you in your sleepwear? And to me, it's like you haven't done anything to groom yourself. But again, people are.
What you say?
You can call these folks musty on the
low. But interesting enough, when I was looking into the bonnet situation, there are some people who are saying this is a violation against the Crown Act. Have y'all heard of that before?
Oh, they create some shit for everything. What the hell is this? What the Crown? What the fuck?
Only Crown I know is royal.
Right. Well, apparently, this is from Google. I found this article on 2190.com. It's saying back in March 18th, 2022, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a Crown Act due to women being discriminated in the workplace, like as far as like, the natural hairstyle, your afro, your locks, things like that. Right. And they said this was basically put in place to cut down on that type of stuff. Like most of the time, this has happened like in professional work environments. But I guess some are associating people saying no bonnets in the public space. They're associating with that, I guess, violating their rights. And, violating their crown rights and policing Black women and things of that nature. So
let me drop this on y'all real quick. I just did a real quick Google search on that. Jody did a great job of explaining it too, but it says the Crown Act, which stands for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair, prohibits racial discrimination based on hair texture and protective hairstyles. So I don't know if that has anything to do with a bonnet. If anybody's on here trying to use that don't say nothing about no bonnet.
Right. And protective hairstyles are things like braids and, those type of things. Maybe sew-ins, but yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to some people, bonnet be dirty, man. Y'all ever seen that? Like, you have them dirty bonnets on? Say, what's the most popular bonnet y'all see? Like, I think the black colored bonnet is probably the most popular, but I have been seeing some orange and some different kind lately. What y'all been seeing lately?
Mostly black, but I see like the big, huge one.
The plum color one.
Gotta catch them all. It's gonna be like Pokemon cards in a minute. I got all of them.
But the thing with the bonnet is you can look at a bonnet like you look at a head wrap. The problem isn't so much the bonnet or the head wrap. The problem is that you're not dressed up with it. That's the real problem. If you wore a bonnet or whatever and you was actually matching, you actually like had on some actual like dress clothes with it and not just coming out there with like a pajama or you barely.
You gotta be coordinated with the bonnet.
Like if you had a bonnet on, came out with some jeans, you know what I'm saying, maybe had some spares on or something, not nice, whatever, shirt or whatever. I'm just saying in general. I'm just throwing that shit out there.
Let me ask you this, E. Are you going to approach a female? You see her out somewhere with the bonnet. Are you going to approach her?
No, because they don't dress it up. I'm used to the Cookie Monster pajamas and they things of that nature. So no, I don't. I don't actually.
And then also, if the bonnet is like, if, again, like I said, they fight for their rights for bonnets, but if nothing is wrong with a bonnet, you never see a woman at a nice bar or a club with the bonnet on.
It's coming. It's on the way.
Oh, you think it's on the way?
It's on the way.
It just got bold yet.
If it hasn't happened yet, it's definitely coming.
Honestly, though, what you wear is what you wear, man. We just on here joking a little bit, but honestly, what you wear, hey man, strap whatever you want to strap to your dome. We're not trying to disrespect the crown or break your Crown Act rules or whatever it is.
The crown community.
But I don't even know how to say that.
Hey, the crown community. That's
the crown community.
Might have to put like a disclaimer or something like that, so they don't think we talking about. We don't want Crown Royal think we trying to come to the industry or whatever. We don't want that.
Nah, bro. We need to talk about Crown Royal. But I got a question.
However, if they do want to sponsor.
Yeah, we with that one. We with that one. All right, y'all. Well, hey, we came to another ending of another great episode. We hope you guys liked it. And don't forget to like and subscribe, man. We do this. We're trying to get better. We need you guys' help. Contact us and let us know what you guys want us to cover. And we'll try our best to cover it. I'm joined by Journey to Be Great, Illuminating Lenses, and I am Swaver. This is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. And until next time, peace.